I am the one that's gonna fall on my face in front of everybody. I want to thank each of you for honoring my dad. So this is the sister that's likely to fall out, and she asked me did I want her to come, and I was like, I can't speak. So Dad transitioned February 8th of this year, and we had a beautiful celebration right next door on Valentine's Day. What a beautiful day to celebrate a beautiful soul. And just the very thought that he's still being honored in this way. And to be frank with you, since his transitioning, his brothers, Omegas, and others have honored him, and we're just constantly being called and contacted about fellowshipping with people who want to honor him and his legacy. And it is such an honor to have been his daughters. We have two other siblings that are in California, and I was just FaceTiming my brother, and he was jamming on the FaceTime, and that other sister, she would walk from California, sliding like New Orleans. She loves to have a Holy Ghost good time. In our home, we always was a musical family. Now, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. My dad wasn't that great of a pianist. But don't tell him I said that. But let me tell you, he surely understands the art of music. He had something way more baggage than being a great pianist. He could play, he could read music, he could rearrange it, he could write, he had choirs, he played and plunked all over the city for people. And he had a servant's heart, leadership, music, children, teaching. He taught 49 years, and he retired, and he was a chemistry and a physics teacher who minored in music, and music was always blasting out of our house. Our home, we grew up over on what's now George Washington, but back then it was called Lou Street, 812 Lou Street. And our house was probably smaller than 1,000 square feet. And there were 6 of us in that little home, and my dad had a piano in the living room. And my bathroom, I was telling my husband today, my bathroom is larger than our living room now than our living room was when we grew up. And kids with children, young adults, would walk to our home. Imagine that your parents literally opened your doors for children, and some of them were not churchgoers. We always had to go to church. It was not an option in our home. We were in Sunday school, BTU, and anything else that was going on in Mount Zion, we were there, right? But the kids in our community, not all of them were churchgoers or Christians. But my dad started a choir, the Madison County Association Youth Choir. He was also teaching at Velma Jackson and doing music out there and playing for people around the city. And he was the director, minister of music when I was a girl. My sister was about 6 years older than me. So when we were growing up, we all had to sing in the church choir. So again, he was always entrenched in music. And people would walk from as far as the old Nichols School over from Union Street, Lee Street, all the streets around George Washington, the projects everywhere. Kids would walk to our house, into our living room, and it would flow into our kitchen. Imagine your kitchen table, people standing all around your kitchen, on the wall, sitting on the floor, and my dad plunking on the piano. We had an engagement somewhere in Jackson or somewhere in the city, and he would teach us. He was our choir director, and sometimes he would get other musicians in the city to come and play for us. But imagine growing up in a home with that much love. I'm so glad that he was our father and that we had an opportunity to be raised by him and to pour out into the community and love people the way we do. My uncle, my mother's brother, moved back here from New York, and he lives in Augusta, Georgia. Recently, like 2 weeks ago, he was at the gas station in Augusta. He saw a car next to him pumping gas that had a Mississippi tag on it. So he started a conversation and said, hey, I have relatives in Mississippi. Do you not know that the man said, my mother taught at Velma Jackson with Mr. Whisenton. I know he will. His arms, his spirit, his legacy is far-reaching. We love you all for honoring him. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak on his behalf. On behalf of the Whisenton Award, we'd like to give a $500 donation to the Music Association. We love you all so much. Thank you.